you watch. That's why I say you see a miracle. I've had 2-year rest, 2 years off. 2 years off. Take what you say, and I'm gonna whoop home.
What do you think you do with Muhammad Ali? If you got him?
Muhammad Ali is no question about Muhammad Ali anymore. There's no more Muhammad Ali. There's only one, Larry Holmes. Muhammad Ali has seen the bright side, now he's on the dark side.
Muhammad Ali was the greatest fighter of all time. But on one night in 1980, he became unrecognizable.
It might explode at any time, too. Come on, that's it, dig in. That's it.
Athletes must come to grips with when they're out here.
He was as great as he wants.
This wasn't just a fight, it was a beating, a painful, one-sided destruction, the kind that made even the winner regret it. The Muhammad Ali the world knew, the Ali who toyed with Sonny Liston, who outlasted Joe Frazier, who shocked the world by knocking out George Foreman.
Athletes must come to grips with when every sense of the word.
But in 1980, that man was gone. And what happened next was something no boxing fan ever wanted to see. The worst part? Everyone saw it coming. The signs were there. Muhammad Ali's own doctors told him not to fight. His team knew he was in danger. Even Larry Holmes knew Ali shouldn't be in that ring.
And I told the referee, stop this fight. Don't let this man take the fight. And he says to me, shut up and box. They told me shut up and fight, keep beating him up, but I beat him up. What I got to do, kill him? But they pushed him out there again. He kept pushing, so I was not hitting him hard no more. I was just to try to make him quit.
And there's one moment in this fight that most people miss, but when you see it, everything changes. This wasn't just another boxing match. This was something far worse. And by the end of it, even Holmes felt ashamed. But how did it happen? How did Muhammad Ali, the greatest, end up in the most painful fight of his career? And why did no one stop it? To understand this, we need to go back to the moment Muhammad Ali made the worst decision of his career. This decision changed everything. Muhammad Ali had already won everything there was to win. He had beaten the best, he had defied the odds, and in 1978, he walked away as a champion. It was the perfect ending to a legendary career, the last great moment of Muhammad Ali. But then, he made the decision that changed everything. In 1979, Ali retired. He was 37 years old, had nothing left to prove, and had already fought 59 professional fights. But retirement didn't last long. Less than a year later, Ali announced his comeback. But why? For years, people have debated why Ali really came back. Some say it was pride. Some say he couldn't let go of the spotlight. But the truth is much darker than that. Despite making over $50 million in his career, Ali needed money. And when promoters offered him $8 million to fight Larry Holmes, he couldn't say no. But there was just one problem. Ali wasn't the same fighter anymore. Doctors told Ali that fighting could cause permanent brain damage. But Ali didn't listen. His team saw it, the media saw it, even Larry Holmes saw it. Larry Holmes wasn't just another fighter, he was Ali's former sparring partner, a man who had spent years learning from Ali, absorbing every trick in the book. But now he was the champion, younger, faster, hungrier, and the worst possible opponent for an aging Ali. Everyone around Ali could see it. He wasn't ready. He wasn't the same, but no one could stop him.
He is 38 years of age now. He has taken off more than 50 pounds in the last 6 months. How much strength can he have left? What will his tactics be?
Ali convinced himself he could do it. But when the bell rang, reality hit hard. The crowd came expecting magic. They came to see Ali shock the world one last time. But what they saw was something no one expected. The fight had just started, but it was already over. What happened next was one of the most painful nights in boxing history. The bell rang, the fight had begun, but Muhammad Ali wasn't fighting back. This wasn't the Ali the world knew. No footwork, no head movement, no speed, just a man standing in front of a younger, stronger champion, absorbing punishment. The first sign of disaster came almost immediately. Holmes' jab landed clean, every single time, and Ali had no answer. By round 2, it was clear. Ali wasn't just slower, he was completely defenseless. Even the crowd went silent. Holmes didn't want to do this. He idolized Ali. He learned from Ali, and now he was tearing him apart. But in the ring, Holmes had a job to do. By round 4, it wasn't a fight anymore. It was an execution, and Holmes knew it. And then, this moment, Ali didn't go down. But for the first time ever, he looked lost. Holmes realized something. He wasn't fighting Muhammad Ali anymore. He was just hurting a man who couldn't defend himself. By round 8, Holmes had enough. He wanted this to be over. He started letting his hands go. But Ali still wouldn't go down. After 10 rounds of unanswered punishment, it was over. For the first time in his career, Muhammad Ali had lost by stoppage. Holmes was victorious, but his legacy suffered. But what happened next was even worse. Because after this fight, the world learned the truth about Muhammad Ali's health. The fight was over, but the damage had only just begun. Ali never should have been in that ring, and here's why. For the first time in his career, Muhammad Ali had nothing to say, and the world was about to learn why. After the fight, Ali was taken to the hospital for a full medical evaluation, and what doctors found shocked everyone. Doctors ran multiple tests, and then they found it. The first signs of Parkinson's disease. Here's what most people don't know. Muhammad Ali was already sick before the fight, but Ali ignored the warnings. He believed he was invincible, and his team let it happen. Ali's condition was made even worse by a dangerous mistake, his weight loss strategy. He thought he was getting back in shape. In reality, he was making himself weaker. Larry Holmes dominated Muhammad Ali in the ring, but he never felt like he won. And for Ali, the damage was permanent. After the fight, Ali's decline was impossible to ignore. The speed was gone, the charisma was fading, and his health was getting worse. It was the beginning of a long, painful battle with Parkinson's disease, a battle that, some say, started long before Holmes. Larry Holmes spent the rest of his career trying to escape the shadow of Muhammad Ali, but no matter what he did, he was always remembered as the man who humiliated the greatest. And for Holmes, that was never something to be proud of. But despite everything, this still wasn't the end, because Muhammad Ali still wasn't done. The man who had already suffered the worst beating of his career came back for one last fight, voiceover tease, and this time, it was even worse. He should have stopped. The world knew it. His family knew it. Even Muhammad Ali knew it. But he couldn't let go. Just 1 year after the worst beating of his career, Muhammad Ali returned to the ring. One last time. Ali wasn't just fighting for himself. He was fighting for his pride, for his legacy, and for one last payday. But the signs were clear. He was slower than ever. His hands weren't firing. His reflexes were gone. This wasn't the same Ali. This wasn't the man who danced against Liston, who outlasted Frazier, who shocked the world against Foreman. That man was gone. It wasn't a beating like Holmes, but it was something worse. This was the moment everyone realized. It was truly over. For the first time, even Ali's closest supporters knew he wasn't coming back from this. This wasn't the greatest anymore. This was a man refusing to accept reality. Muhammad Ali made it to the final bell, but he had lost, convincingly. For the first time in over 20 years, Muhammad Ali wasn't a champion, a contender, or a threat in the heavyweight division. He was retired. The Berbick fight was different from the Holmes fight. Holmes was brutal, but this was something else. This was confirmation that Muhammad Ali was done. Ali had fought his last fight, but the damage was permanent. The symptoms that had started before the Holmes fight were now impossible to ignore. Holmes never wanted to be the man who destroyed Muhammad Ali, but for many fans, that's how he was remembered. Muhammad Ali's final fights didn't define him. His losses to Holmes and Berbick didn't erase what he had done for boxing. He was still the greatest. But for those who watched his final fights, it was a painful reminder that even legends can't beat time. Because in the end, not even Muhammad Ali could escape the price of greatness. Who do you think was to blame for Muhammad Ali taking this fight? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.